Praying in the gift of tongues is one of the foremost forms of Spirit-inspired prayer. It is not the only. And this is an error that some, by emphasis, can make. It is not the only, although it can be one of the primary. Praying in the Spirit is your spirit communicating directly with God. It is called a prayer language. In 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 2, it says, "For anyone who speaks in a tongue does not speak to men, but to God. Indeed, no one understands him. He utters mysteries with his spirit." Let's continue on in this, but that right there is really important to grasp. This has been a big part of my own personal history. Many years ago, the Holy Spirit challenged me, and he said, "I will give you the spirit of revelation if you will pray in the Spirit 2 hours in one setting." The problem is, he said, in one setting, and I couldn't do it. And so I went on a journey, and I literally had a stopwatch at that period of time. And I would clock myself because I did not have great endurance. And I would pray in the Spirit for 15 minutes. I would go back, I would do another 15 minutes, I would get an hour. And during the entire day, I would do 15-minute segments, and of course, I guess I did 8 of them, and I would have 2 hours. I went before the Lord, and I said, "Hey, I got 2 hours." And he said, basically, my understanding, and I'm paraphrasing, of course, "That's great that I said in one setting." And so I had to learn to build my spiritual muscles. And this was quite a journey because he challenged me in that period of time that before I could do public speaking, that he wanted me to spend 2 hours alone in praying in the Holy Spirit. Well, maybe that was because I was so weak and I was such a bad speaker or something. No, I don't want to say that. But that I really need, but what the challenge was, he said, if you want the spirit of revelation, now, I'm not putting that on anyone else. It was something he put before me. And then I ended up, built up my spiritual muscles to where I did grow and I was able to do this. For me, the key was not just praying, but ended up singing in the Spirit. Because later in the scriptures, it talks about, for you can pray in the Spirit and sing in the Spirit. And 1 Corinthians chapter 14. And that became a big key for me, was the worship dimension of this, not just the prayer dimension. And when I added the worship dimension, then that opened up a whole nother realm.